Welcome back everyone. The Orlando Magic may not be off to a great start, but they are one of, if not the most interesting young team in the entire league, and it's only a matter of time before the NBA world figures that out. Now, they are definitely not there quite yet, but then again, they only have one guy on their team over the age of 28, and only two over the age of 25, with those two being Terrence Ross and Gary Harris. Other than them, they have a team entirely filled of young talent, and very unique talent at that. Much like the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Orlando Magic are seemingly trying to reverse time, with them refusing to abide by the small ball standards of today's NBA. That might work for the Golden State Warriors, but other teams are quickly finding out that they do not have Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, or the key aspects that make the Warriors' small ball lineup work. Along with that, the NBA is slowly but surely evolving once again, and the Orlando Magic are trying to get ahead of the curve, which is what we will talk about in today's video. Before we do that though, I would like to invite you to join our NBA Discord. If you like having NBA debates, being updated on NBA news, or being able to chat with others during live games, then I guarantee you would enjoy it. I'll leave a link to join both on the screen and in the video description down below. And yes, it is free to join by the way. Without further ado though, let's get back to today's topic. And if you are noticing a trend around the league, big wing players are in high demand, and specifically ones that can switch on defense, shoot the ball from the three-point line, and move similarly if not even faster than smaller guards. Players like that were an anomaly 10 years ago. It was very rare to find a 6'8" to even 6'10" forward who could do all of that, and especially if you're referring to one who could theoretically play anywhere from point guard all the way down to center. Your options were pretty much LeBron, LeBron James, or LeBron James Sr., and that has started to be a growing trend over time. Not only that though, but players even taller than LeBron are becoming skilled now too, with guys like Evan Mobley, Chet Holmgren, and the Orlando Magic's very own Paolo Banchero, Franz Wagner, and Bol Bol, all of which entered the NBA less than 5 years ago. It won't be stopping with them either, as I think we all know about Victor Wembanyama at this point, and if all of that is an indication of what's to come, then the Orlando Magic are on the right path. The NBA will continue to value three-point shooting, versatile defenders, and skilled offensive players above all, but now the trend might be switching from smaller, quicker guards to taller, ultra-versatile forwards. Now, don't get me wrong here. There will always be a place for your traditional point guard, or your rim protecting and rim running center, but what if you could get nearly all of that in one player alone? The value of that player would be head and shoulders above everyone else, and that is what the NBA gods are seemingly trying to create. Again, we're not quite there yet, or maybe not until we find out how good Victor Wembanyama can be, but there is certainly a change of direction happening. And like I referred to before, the Orlando Magic are on the forefront of it. If you take a look at their starting lineup, they include 3 players who are 6'10". That is something that was rare to see even during the peak of big men ruling the NBA, and it's much different this time around too. Gone are the days of players who are that height being relegated to the post, and the Orlando Magic are the perfect representation of that. On any given offensive play, you might see Franz Wagner or Paolo Banchero being both their primary ball handler and primary playmaker. And then when they run back on defense, you could see them defending any position on the court, and being able to do it without problem. Not only them though, but they have a 7'2" guy off the bench who often tends to forget that he's that tall, with that being Bol Bol. In fact, they've even tried to line up a Bol Bol, Franz Wagner, and Paolo Banchero together on the court, and while they have not learned to properly execute that lineup quite yet, I guarantee that it was at least intimidating on defense. I mean, it's one thing to do that as a joke, but the Orlando Magic have every intention of making something like that work, and if they do, then watch out. For real though, try and tell me that they are not doing that on purpose. They have only one player on their entire roster under the height of 6'4", with that being Cole Anthony. who only happens to be 6'3". And during their recent game against New York, Cole Anthony was their only player under the height of 6'6" who entered the game until the fourth quarter. Again, they're simply too young to reach the heights they want to get to eventually, but they are trying to do it in a very unique and unconventional way. All of which relies on the growth and two-way ability of Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero, who have pretty much been handed the keys to their franchise. And they have the ability to become a duo that we've never seen anything quite like before. Not one, but two 6'10" players who can play practically anywhere on the court, and have very few weaknesses within their games. They are something that is neither a blueprint for the Magic to follow, nor a strategy for other teams to game plan against either, and that alone has me very interested in their potential. It's not only what they could be though. We have already seen plenty of Franz Wagner, and Paolo Banchero has been looking very good as well. Wagner is coming off a great rookie year, averaging over 15 points per game, and doing it on abnormal levels of efficiency from a rookie, shooting nearly 47% from the field, and over 35% from 3. He might be struggling a bit right now from 3, but we are only 1 week in, and there's definitely reason to believe that he will improve. He takes high quality shots, he is a good decision maker, and he all around is a very efficient player. Paolo Banchero might not be there yet in regards to efficiency, or at least not from the 3-point line anyways, but he is already a matchup nightmare for opponents. I mean, what kind of player do you even match up with him? If you put a big on him, then he will simply take advantage of them with his speed. But then if you put a quicker wing player on him, he will bully them down low. Apart from a tough, mobile wing defender like Grant Williams, there are not many players who are a good matchup for him, and given how few players are built like that, I imagine he'll continue to be a mismatch for years to come. And whenever he eventually develops that 3-point shot, then look out, as there will no longer be anything holding him back on offense. Paolo Banchero is already a great mid-range shooter, a proficient low post player, and can get to the rim nearly at will, so if and when he develops that 3-point shot, that will pretty much be the final infinity stone for him. Now, it will take time for Banchero and Wagner to mesh on offense, but it does help that they will be growing together, and as they do, they will learn to complement each other on both ends of the court. Again, we don't have a duo quite like them in the NBA, and if they are able to stay healthy, along with being able to reach their individual potentials, then we could be in store for something special. And although they are without a doubt the Magic's most intriguing young players, they have other great young pieces with Wendell Carter Jr., Cole Anthony, and Jalen Suggs too, all of which will only get better moving forward. And then if they are able to figure out and keep Bol Bol healthy, that could be a scary combination. The Orlando Magic are doing a rebuild right. They are fully committed to their young talent, and they're even trying to stay ahead of the game too. I for one absolutely love the direction they're moving in. It might not be apparent to the casual fan yet, but they have a lot of potential. With all of that being said though, what do you guys think? How do you feel about the team the Magic are building? And do you think their jumbled lineup will work? Let me know your thoughts by commenting down below and we can talk about it there. That will do it for this video though. Big thank you to those of you who took the time to watch until the end of this video, and until the end of all of my videos in general. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and turn on notifications to get notified right away when I drop a new video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.